New at 11, you can meet some of the cast of the iconic movie Grease right here in Green Country. Joining me live here in studio, Jamie Donnelly, who played the role of Jan in the Pink Ladies, and Michael Tucci, who played Sonny in the T-Birds Greaser Gang. Thank you both so much for being with me.
Thank you.
What a pleasure for us.
Oh, this is awesome. You guys are in town this week. This is really cool for me. My daughter actually played Jan. It was the first musical she ever did. The first role she ever played was Jan.
What fun. And you told me about her name is Taylor, right?
Yes.
That's so cool that she's a Jan.
Mm-hmm. She's a Jan.
She's where now?
She's out in California.
Oh, nice.
And she's
so
she's going to be a pro, too.
Well, we hope so. Yeah, it spurred her on to continue.
Good
to
luck, Taylor. God bless you.
What was it like to be a part of the Pink Ladies in this movie? And I mean, just such an iconic film.
It was a joy from the beginning till now. I mean, this is still, we're still enjoying being Pink Ladies and T-Birds. And I first did the show on Broadway 7 years before we did the movie, so that I had been Jan 8 times a week, and it was very easy to step right back into that. And to tell you the truth, we all thought we were acting, but now that we've lived all these years, we're actually really like those characters. We thought it was a big acting job, but we're a lot like those characters.
What was that like for you? Because you had done a couple of things before that, but it was really one of the first things that you had done.
Well, Grease, I was on Broadway too, playing Sonny, and fired because I was getting too many laughs. And Sonny, they wanted to be a sleazebag. And I figured the Italian people didn't need that. So I would get laughs, and then they fired me as Sonny, wanted me to do the role of Roger, which is basically the role I do in the movie, is the role of Roger. But it was great. And I was with John for a little bit. You were with John longer.
Yeah, I had known John. We went dancing together for years before we ever did the movie.
And when he was in the show, around the stage door was Katharine Hepburn doing A Matter of Gravity. And it was interesting to see this young kid, he couldn't get out the stage door, because people were like, oh my God, look at this guy. And Katharine Hepburn would go down the fire escape, kind of sneak out, because she couldn't get out. So it was interesting to see this Katharine Hepburn and John Travolta, 19 and whatever she was, 60, having the same situation. It's kind of interesting to see. Then he went across the street, did the show Over Here with the Andrews Sisters, got nominated for the Tony, and boom.
But now we get to come out and still be Pink Ladies and T-Birds, and all these people who've been watching us all these years, we've never seen. So it's great when we come to Tulsa.
Well, the demographic is so big on the movie.
It
It could be a babysitting movie, or people my age.
I was going to say, I mean, this movie, you know, I mean, this is decades old, and it's still so popular, you know, through the generations. People still love this film,
Well,
and
it still
the story.
works. You know, it was a nice gang. You know, it wasn't like today. You know, and 9 years on Broadway doing Capacity. So I think it's the demographic. It just kind of fits any group. Because the young babies don't know about what the story is.
It's so much fun that it's a lift. There's nothing that's too serious, nothing that brings you down. And we've heard that all kinds of tragic situations, that's what comforts people. Grease is like the comfort movie, like comfort food is for people. But it's so nice for us to get to know the people now just a little bit when we come and visit.
And the combination of Olivia and John, that just popped, just worked. She wanted to test. She didn't want to do it unless she tested. And when she tested, Paramount went, oh my God, this thing is just something.
And I mean, you guys, have you been to Oklahoma before?
No,
it's the first time in Oklahoma.
Just the musical.
Ever.
And Lorenzo's with you too.
Yeah.
His plane
had a little flight
thing
delay.
had happened, yeah. You know, now when you have to
He'll
take
be at those
2
events.
flights. Oh yeah, he'll be with us then.
Ah, yes, the events. You're looking forward to meeting all the fans, because you got several chances to do so over the next couple of days.
Yeah,
And they said the tickets are really selling well for one of them. And, well, it's great. It's just great. It's just to be at this age, and it's still such an icon. I mean, we get recognized a lot.
And we did it for the fans, really. We did it for the audience, especially those of us who came from theater, because we loved doing it. sometimes I wonder how people can be funny who haven't had an audience. Because it's when you have the audience that you realize,
And when
they
we
love this.
and we
And
were
then we
shooting
did
the
that.
movie
We brought all that.
around us, we were doing Grease with Olivia and John, and then next door was Jack Nicholson doing a movie. Next door to that was Goldie Hawn and Warren Beatty.
Oh, wow.
Who else? Henry Winkler.
Yeah.
So they all would like sneaking in because they wanted to hear about this musical and meet Olivia because she was already a major star.
And our producer threw the best parties in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And so every day was like a party. Our first rehearsal was a sock hop.
Oh, that's awesome. I love visiting with you guys. I wish I could talk more, but we were running out of time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Yes, our pleasure.
Thanks for being here in town as well. Tonight, you can also meet Lorenzo Lamas, who played Tom. There are meet and greets at the Claremore Expo Center from 4 to 8 p.m. tonight and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday, another meet and greet will kick off at the Outsiders House Museum at 5 p.m. Then you can watch the movie there at dusk. Tickets can be purchased on Eventbrite.